Okay, let's get into this. Plumbing problems, right? Here in Orange County, we've all dealt with.
Oh, yeah. That dripping faucet, maybe. Or the drain that just decides, nope, I'm done.
Exactly. It's a universal frustration. So today, instead of just, complaining about it, we're looking at a local name that pops up. California Coast Plumbers. They're out in Anaheim.
And they've been around for a while. What is it, over 27 years?
Yeah, quite a long time, serving Orange County, but also LA and Riverside Counties, too.
And the scope is interesting. Commercial, industrial, and of course, residential plumbing. Homes like ours.
Right. So you have to wonder, what makes a company like that tick? Especially in plumbing, where reliability is just about everything.
What makes them stick around and become, a go-to name for so long? That's the question.
That's exactly what we want to explore. What's the story behind their reputation right here in our community? And before we jump in too deep, just a quick shout out to the folks who help make these local explorations possible. Orange County shout outs.
Great resource. They really focus on highlighting local businesses.
They do. Okay, so California Coast Plumbers, let's rewind a bit.
Back to 1997. So Jeff Gores starts it. Just him and a single van.
Wow, really? One van?
Yeah, the classic story, right? Building something from scratch. The initial focus seems to have been just, hard work, doing the job right, making sure customers were happy.
That foundation often matters most, setting that tone early on.
Absolutely. And you see where it led. From that one van, now they have a whole fleet.
And thousands of clients. They mentioned over 5,000 commercial clients alone. That's significant growth.
It really is. It suggests they've been doing something right, consistently, building that trust.
So what do they do? What kind of services are we talking about?
Well, it's pretty comprehensive. For homeowners, it's the stuff you'd expect. Fixing drains, replacing shower valves, things people mention in reviews.
Okay, the common household headaches.
Right. But they also have this really strong presence in commercial and industrial plumbing. They talk about being partners for businesses, property managers.
Ah, so not just fixing a leak, but being a resource for bigger operations.
Exactly. Think apartment complexes, restaurants, office buildings, retail centers. They seem equipped for everything from like a toilet leak in one unit to replacing a whole sewer main for the property.
That takes a different level of capability, different scale.
For sure. And their whole philosophy seems built around that idea of partnership and taking the worry away. You see phrases like, because we're your partners.
And we worry about your plumbing so you don't have to.
Right. Which sounds good, but it seems their actions back it up.
How so? What makes them stand out, do you think?
Well, one thing they emphasize is their team. Experienced plumbers.
Not apprentices.
They specifically say that. Professionals with current credentials. Things like trench shoring certificates, confined space entry training, even PEX piping certifications.
Okay, what do those mean, practically speaking, like trench shoring?
That's crucial for safety when they're doing underground work, digging trenches for pipes. It ensures the excavation is safe for the workers.
Gotcha. And confined space?
That means they're trained to work safely in tight, awkward spots. Think crawl spaces, utility tunnels, places that can be hazardous if you don't know what you're doing.
So specialized skills for complex jobs. And experience matters there.
Hugely. It suggests better problem solving, better quality work from the get-go.
Plus, they mentioned the vans are fully stocked.
Yeah, that points to efficiency. Trying to get the job done on the first visit, which saves everyone time and hassle.
Nobody wants multiple visits if it can be avoided.
Exactly. And another small detail, but it matters they guarantee to leave the place clean.
Oh, that's a good one. Shows respect for the customer space.
Right. It's part of that overall experience. And then there's the 24/7 availability.
Ah, yeah. Plumbing emergencies don't wait for business hours.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So knowing someone's available anytime, day or night, that offers real peace of mind, especially for businesses maybe.
Or homeowners facing a sudden flood.
True. So, okay, that's what they say. But what are actual customers experiencing? That's always the real test.
Right. And when you look at places where people share local feedback, the comments about California Coast Plumbers are, well, overwhelmingly positive.
What kind of things stand out? Are there common themes?
Definitely. People consistently mention the quality of the work itself, which is number one, obviously.
Sure.
But also the professionalism of the plumbers. Punctuality comes up a lot, fair pricing, and the sense of like a personal touch. It doesn't feel just transactional.
That's interesting. So it's more than just fixing the pipe.
It seems so. And what's really striking is how often specific plumbers get mentioned by name. Jesus, Harry, Mike, JR, MJ, Bo. People remember them.
That says a lot when you remember the plumber's name for the right reason. Huh?
Exactly. Like one person, Edgar F., called Jesus a Rescue, said he always come through with good quality work at a fair price, and he used them for his businesses and his home.
That shows versatility and consistency.
Yeah. Then Scott H. described Jesus as extremely knowledgeable, friendly, detail-oriented, and overall extremely helpful. He even mentioned follow-up after an after-hours call.
Wow, going the extra mile. That makes an impression.
It really does. And it's not just homeowners. There's a property manager, Rachel D.
Okay, managing multiple units, that's a tough crowd sometimes.
Right. And she praises Mike, JR, MJ, Bo, and Harry, calls them quick and clean. And then she adds this kicker. I have never had a resident of any of my properties have a negative word to say about their professionalism.
That's huge for a property manager. Keeping residents happy with contractors is key.
Absolutely. It really points to that trust factor we talked about. It's not just technical skill, but the reliability, the communication, the whole package.
That seems to be their, magic factor, if you want to call it that. Building genuine trust.
And they are truly local. Their headquarters is right in Anaheim, East La Palma Avenue.
And serving the wider region, Orange, LA, Riverside. Deep roots here in Southern California.
So putting it all together, you've got a business that started small, focused on work ethic.
Grew by investing in skilled people, not cutting corners.
Offers a really wide range of services for different needs.
And crucially, gets consistently positive feedback from the people they serve.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty solid recipe for sticking around and doing well.
It really does. It highlights those fundamentals, doesn't it? Quality work, genuine customer service, commitment to your craft. Seems like that's been the core for California Coast Plumbers.
It certainly looks that way. So if you're in the area, Orange, LA, or Riverside County, and you hit a plumbing snag, they've built a strong case.
Definitely one to consider.
And thanks again to Orange County Shoutouts for supporting us and bringing these local business stories forward.
Yeah, it's great to focus on the businesses that make up our community fabric. Sometimes they're the unsung heroes, just quietly doing essential work well.
That's a great way to put it. Well, thanks for exploring this one with me.
My pleasure.
And for everyone listening, if you found this look into a local business interesting, please do us a favor. Like this, share it with friends or neighbors who might need a good plumber recommendation.
Or just enjoy hearing about local success stories.
Right. And subscribe to the Orange County Podcast for more stories like this. Oh, and make sure to turn on those notifications so you catch our next exploration of what makes Orange County tick.